Be ready. Start. On Friday, Pakistan hit a new low in diplomatic etiquette or the lack of it. Stop. The Afghan ambassador's daughter, Silsila Alikhil, was held for several hours after being kidnapped on her way home in Islamabad. Stop. Afghanistan's foreign ministry says she was severely tortured, while its Pakistani counterpart sheathed its customary belligerence to promise a thorough investigation. Stop. Women relatives of Baluch dissidents are routinely targeted, but at a time when the armed forces of both countries are highly suspicious of each other, Pakistan can't risk getting sucked into an endless conflict of the type it promotes in neighboring states. Stop. That two can play at the game was brought home to Islamabad on July 14. Stop. A bus in northern Pakistan was blown up, killing the largest number of Chinese nationals in a terrorist attack in recent years. Stop. Beijing promptly closed down the impacted CPEC project while its Wolf warriors asked Pakistan if China could bring in its special forces in case Rawalpindi's capabilities were inadequate. Stop. This was also the day when the Shanghai Cooperation Organization SCO met in Dushanbe, and with the Chinese in the sulks, Shah Muhammad Qureshi was incapable of averting a joint statement strongly criticizing terrorist attacks in Afghanistan and especially mentioning the northern areas, the security underbelly of Russia and China. Stop. The Pakistan army may feel its tactics are on a roll in Afghanistan. Stop. But both China and the US are unhappy while several nations are openly hostile. Stop. China has already shut its oil well and copper mine in Afghanistan. Stop. On the other side, with a freer hand after the withdrawal, Joe Biden has not even bothered to call up Imran Khan, dangling the bait of a Quad for Pakistan to redeem its self-respect. Stop. Pakistan has none to bankroll its security investments, while the ISI is seen as the villain behind the Taliban's medieval era power grab strategy. Stop. If Imran Khan's mantra is actually geoeconomics, he should heed the advice of the SCO and the Quad of Central Asia to focus on negotiations and geoconnectivity. Stop. Ashraf Ghani was simply stating a widely acknowledged fact about Pakistan's mentoring of the Taliban. Stop. The Chief Justice of India's remark that the jail authorities seem to be relying on ancient modes of communication through pigeons sets the ball rolling for correcting the anomaly of the delay in releasing people granted bail. Stop. It is too much that prisoners have to wait even after the Supreme Court has granted bail, as jails are insisting on the order to come by post, the bench said, while expressing its desire to soon have in place a system that will ensure secure electronic transmission of its orders on bail. Stop. State governments have been asked to list the prisons that have internet connections and by when jails can be equipped with facilities for the expeditious release of prisons. Stop. The SC had taken suo motu cognizance after an Agra prison took 4 days to release 13 men who had been granted bail by the top court on July 8. Stop. They had already served 14 to 22 years in prison when it was found that they were juveniles at the time the crime was committed. Stop. The Solicitor General did flag the concerns of the jail authorities in insisting on authenticated copies in the light of fake or fabricated orders being presented, but agreed that verification from the official website of the Apex Court should take care of any doubt over the authenticity of the order. Stop. The push to augment judicial infrastructure is a welcome step. Stop.